take a step back for a minute so you're unemotional, look at it objectively and think, how could this actually make me better? Hey guys, how are we doing today? I got a couple questions for you guys. I wanted to see right now, with everything that's going on right now in the world, and if you're watching this later on right now, we're going through that 2020 quarantine pandemic type deal right now. And I want to ask you a question. What ended for you right now? What didn't go your way right now? What did you lose right now? And I'm asking you that because right now, you're dealing with it. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe you've lost some of your stock portfolio. Maybe you've lost some time that you've invested into something. I don't know what it is. Maybe you lost something, or something's not going to happen because of what's going on right now. Or maybe it's not even because of the pandemic that's going on right now. Maybe you've just had some things that have gone on, or some things have transpired over the last 8 to 12 months. Maybe it was a relationship that you lost that didn't end up going your way. Maybe it was an audition for something that didn't go your way. And I want to break this one down for you guys because there's one way to look at it. Something that didn't happen that you're going to be all upset about, or you can look at it as being the best thing that never happened to you. Let me explain. So I'm going to use myself as an example because I don't have a lot of other things. I will draw on one celebrity who had the same type of situation. But for myself, I always dreamed growing up. I always dreamed of being a professional baseball player. That was my main goal. As crazy as it seemed when people would ask me what I wanted to be, I wanted to be a baseball player. That didn't change from the time I was 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 15, 18, 20, 21. And then I reached this 22-year-old stage, and it didn't happen for me. But what happened along the way is I went to UW-Milwaukee to play college baseball. It was Division I. I wasn't necessarily the world's biggest athlete, so my coach said, hey, you need to beef up, you need to get in shape, you need to work a little bit harder to try and earn a position on the team. That led me to the weight room. And in the weight room and in the kitchen, to try and get bigger, to try and accomplish my mission, which I thought was my purpose, which was baseball, I started to lift, and I started to read and devour magazines and articles and videos and DVDs at the time. I know we're talking like 2006, 7, so DVDs were still the thing. And I tried to devour all the information I could to try and become bigger, faster, stronger, more athletic, and just a better baseball player to try and accomplish my dream. Well, guess what? My dream that I thought I really wanted, it didn't turn out being that way. But even before my dream officially ended, my college career came to an end, and the couple of tryouts that I went to didn't go my way. I had already found my real purpose in life and my real passion, which was training, which was the gym, which was getting in shape, which was exercising. And to be honest, when I first got that purpose, it kind of started sinking in. I love this. I love this. I didn't necessarily know I would go on to train NFL football players and WWE wrestlers and UFC fighters and people in the armies and SWAT team captains and Division I, II, III college athletes. I did not think that was what I was going to do. But when I was told that I was a little bit too small to fulfill that dream of playing in the professional league of the major leagues, I found out that my real purpose was training. And the training led me to the next purpose, which is coaching, and which is leadership, and which is building businesses. So when I look back at it, to be honest, the best thing that never happened to me was going to play professional baseball. Now, if I could go back and go play baseball, that would be great, right? But instead, I found something that now I'm 33 years old. In baseball terms, I'd pretty much be finished as a professional athlete. Whereas at 33 now, for me, being an entrepreneur and being a coach and being a gym owner and being a business person, I'm just getting started. So I've got another 20 or 30 year career ahead of me of the thing that makes me feel the most fulfilled. So at the time I was crushed and I was devastated because I wasn't going to go do what I always thought I was going to do. But turns out that led me to right where I needed to be. Now, another example of this is The Rock, right? You guys have heard his story. $7 in his pocket. He goes and he plays with Miami Hurricanes football. He's a Division I football player. His dream is to be a professional football player. He goes to Canada. He plays his first game as a professional football player. And then guess what? He gets cut. Career's over with. So he's left. He's sitting there. He's stuck. He's wandering around with $7 in his pocket. What is he going to do next? And we all know how The Rock ended up. A lot of people don't realize that when The Rock first broke into the movie industry, it was a little weak. It was a little lame. You go back to The Tooth Fairy and you go back to Gridiron Gang, and he still had that little bit of, he had that couple of strands left on the top of his head, and he still had hair. I still believe that shaving your head gives you superpowers. I'm always going to stick to that one. I actually shaved my head this morning. Automatically felt a million times better. So I'm going to suggest that to everybody out there who can't get to the barbershop. Just shave it off. Quit making excuses and belly aching about it. Just buzz the head down. But so the best thing that The Rock says is, he says, the best thing that never happened to me was playing professional football. And while I'm sure if he could have gone and had that opportunity, he would have done it. But the fact of the matter is this. Right now, maybe you lost something due to the pandemic, or maybe you've just lost something in general. Maybe you lost a loved one. Maybe something else is going wrong. That could lead you to your purpose. So what I'm just trying to get across to you guys today, no matter when you're watching this video or listening to this podcast, is that whatever difficult circumstances you're going through right now, if you were to pull yourself back from them and look at them from a different angle, you might see some opportunity. You might see, instead of seeing problems, you might see solutions. You might be able to see a challenge that you can take on rather than feeling defeated. So if you're struggling, if you're battling something, take a step back for a minute so you're unemotional, look at it objectively and think, how could this actually make me better? And that's just what I want to leave with you today. What is one of those things in your life is the best thing that never happened to you? Hindsight's 20/20. When you look back at it, you could see that the relationship and some of those things that you were in wasn't the best for you. Maybe they were destructive. And now you can see it from a clear-eyed view. And that's what I'm hoping for everybody out there right now. The situation might be tough. It might be dire straits for some people, but there is going to be opportunity in this, and that is what I want you guys to pull out of it. My passion for baseball led me to my purpose in life. Your passion isn't always going to be what you end up doing, but it could lead you to your purpose. So passions change. Just flow with it a little bit. Be a little bit more like water and just kind of adjust and adapt to whatever situations you're put into. And I think you're going to be a lot better off. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We've got some really cool things coming out from Top Line Gym, my strength and conditioning gym, if you're watching this on our page. So Summer Sweat Challenge is going to be amazing. It's an 8-week challenge. And what it's all going to include and what it's going to do for your life as you come out of this pandemic, or maybe you don't have access to equipment, maybe you are stress eating or binge eating or late night TV watching and snacking, and maybe you're not feeling the most confident about your body right now. Be on the lookout for some of the amazing things that we have coming from the Top Shot. I mean, think about this challenge. You're going to have like 5 coaches. You're going to have me. You won't have to deal with me as much as if you don't want to, but you're going to have Britt, you're going to have Blair, you're going to have Blake, you're going to have Michelle, you're going to have everybody. You're going to have the whole team around you to try and get you into whatever shape or whatever goal it is that you're trying to hit. So be on the lookout for that. Athletes, Summer Athlete U, always a big hit here. So I'm excited to work with you guys. Blake is as well, and Blair. Maybe even Britt comes out and works with some of the football and other athletes that are going to be in here. So we're excited about it. And we're using this time to prepare for that so that when we come back, we can over-deliver and knock it out of the park. And we can't wait to work with you. And if this helped you, drop a comment, share it with somebody, and don't get too hung up on your losses. Don't get too hung up on the L's. Focus on where you can go and how you can win. Have an awesome day. We'll check you soon.